Boys is getting quiet. Go on and get crunk. Head back to Longview, Kelly popping trunk. I ain't even tripping. Riding and I'm sipping. Let me come through, 4-4, steady tipping. On that new lap. Watch the trunk crack. Let me sit sideways, CB running back. Maybe AP, maybe AD. I ain't even tripping cause we some athletes. Messing with Smitty in the summertime. He get pissed if we don't make our time. But we gon' get it cause we gotta finish. Nebraska Horn Hustlers, man, we diminish. Put them boys little, paint like a skittle. I ain't even tripping, I ain't never double dribble. Cause I'm a player from the Himalaya. Let me sit sideways, man. Maybe back door, maybe fall off. Sipping codeine cause I gotta kill a cough. Let me sit sideways in the big Benz. Oh, you boys, they my brothers, they my friends.
All right. Welcome into Fullback U, special 420 episode. Wouldn't want to celebrate it with any other guys. Super happy. Hays is already laughing. Hays McEachern, how are you feeling, sir?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Bret Bowers, how are you, my guy?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing well. OU Football Pod, you guys are my brothers. A little bit older than you guys. I won't express how many years of age I am, but really got close to you two. Hays, let's start with you. How'd you get to OU?
Dude, funny story. So my dad actually went to UT. He played quarterback at UT. My mom played quarterback. She was a cheerleader at Texas as well. Grew up in Austin. So going to high school, I kind of knew I wanted to get out of Austin. So UT wasn't even on the table. And then I got some small offers, small D1, but I knew that that I wanted to kind of play with the big dogs, and happened to have a mutual friend who knew Chuck Long. So I sent him my tape, and he invited me to the 105 walk-on group, and got to be in 2 days. That was the only thing I was looking for at that point, because I know I wasn't gonna get a scholarship from OU at that time. But so all I was looking for to get in that 105 2-a-days type of situation, because I knew if I wasn't in that, I was going to be behind right off the bat. And so,
go ahead.
Yeah,
go finish. No, you finish.
No, but basically, I was going to either walk on at Texas A&M or Oklahoma.
Yeah, man. I committed to A&M out of high school. I don't know if I ever told you that. Love that place.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's interesting. You wanted to get out of Austin too, and I could probably understand that. But Bowers, how'd you get there? How'd you get to Norman?
Norman, man, I don't even know how that happened. Honestly, it just because I grew up in the SEC, so I grew up in Florida, and
Florida boy.
And so it was kind of like, I don't know. My mom was from Oklahoma City, so she was from the Midwest City area. So we had a lot of family out there in that area. So my grandfather, who had passed away, her dad had moved to Jacksonville, was out there with us. So I kind of knew a little bit about Oklahoma in reference to being a Florida State fan. But it was just at the time they had just went to a national championship. But before that, knew about them in the 80s and stuff like that because of my grandfather. And so all my uncles were diehard OU fans. So I knew about OU a little bit, plus my dad coached at Oklahoma State. So it was just one of those situations where I had family out there. So it was a little bit easier once the offers started coming in. I was getting a little bit of trouble at Florida. I was just kind of a hothead. My nickname was Bam Bam, so I just did some stupid stuff before I acted. So
you Bowers know
all the time, man. I'm special. But it's just one of those situations where it made it easier to kind of get a home cooked meal and stuff like that. So once OU offered me, I had Virginia Tech, Alabama, Arkansas, and kind of Syracuse is like my top 5. And so OU just made more sense. My dad's from New York, but it was too damn cold up there in Syracuse. And I had to be around somewhat warm weather, even though OU it did snow and it was cold. But I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Hays, got to ask you, brother, what was it like when your parents are Longhorns? What's it like when you make that jump to OU, and especially you had A&M too? So I mean, was it like scoring ×2, or what was it like?
Well, actually not at all. So, my dad being a quarterback, and he actually had he had quite a bit of small time fame, because he's when he was a senior at Texas, he was a third string quarterback, and it was in the UT OU game. And he actually went into that game because both of the first and second string quarterbacks got injured, ended up leading them to victory in the OU game. And so he, like, throughout Texas, you know, I'd heard folklore about my dad and all that, but, you know, him growing up, all he wanted me to do was be happy. And so, like, as far as, like, my family, my parents, they didn't really care. They were supportive. It was all, like, my friends who I'd grown up with. Half of my high school went to UT, so I got shit from them. But, you know, but as far as parents go, no, they were supportive, 100%.
Yeah. Bowers, what about you, dog? You mentioned being a Florida State fan. All your homies are going to Florida, Miami, or at least, I mean, the South Floridas, or
right.
Go ahead. How'd they feel?
South Florida, I would say the Central Floridas and South Floridas are a lot better now, like FAU, FIU, because they're more recognizable. But it was usually just Miami, Florida, Florida State. And so my dad coached with Jimmy Johnson at Oklahoma State. So he was always kind of following Jimmy where Jimmy went. So we would go to a lot of UM games growing up. And so we'd get on the sideline, stuff like that, you know. And so we had always those, it was kind of around Edger and James time frame. So you had, that was when the U was the U, right?
Yeah.
So it was just one of those situations, like, it was just, I grew up, that was football. And I wanted to stay in state, but I knew that I had to kind of go somewhere else to try something different and trying to just see how the rest of the world was. You know, I didn't really get to grow up around my Oklahoma family like I usually did around my New York family. So I was up in New York a lot more than I was in Oklahoma. So I wanted to kind of build those relationships and roots with my family because my grandma was out there and she's still alive. That's the only active grandparent I have. And I really love my grandma. I'm real close to her. And so she actually lives in Florida with my family now because she's getting a little bit older. But it was just, I always wanted to kind of get my aunts and uncles and cousins were out there. So it was, I got a lot of shit for it. But again, just kind of seeing out where I'm at in Dallas and stuff like that, just kind of being out in this area versus Florida. Florida, I feel like you almost have to be married and retired just to kind of live out there and enjoy it. And it's expensive. Hayes, you're in Cali, you know how it is. But it's just, it was one of those situations where I wanted to kind of get to those Oklahoma roots and kind of get into the Midwest a little bit.
Hey, guys, Lendy is on.
Oh, shit.
Lendy.
We got to start
What's up, bro?
again. Mr. Holmes, how are you, sir?
What's up, man? Just got my workout in. What's going on, fellas?
Man, just talk about how we got to OU, man. Let us know what's going on with you nowadays. Let us know how you got from Oak Cliff up to Norman.
Nowadays, I'm just working, man, a driver for FedEx and side hustle DJing.
Don't forget the dancing.
Yeah, I'm in a little dance community. I mean, it's a dancing period. Chicago Stepping. That's what I do the most. And we got one in Dallas called Dallas Swing Out, DFW Swing Out. So I travel with that also. So
for those that don't know, Lendy was a great athlete, man. Probably could have played 2 sports, D1 easily. I'm sure you had some D1 basketball offers. He probably let that go to his head at the Huff. If any of you guys ever played with him, so you got to
shoot left-handed.
He can shoot with both hands.
I know. I was trying to shoot left-handed, man.
Hey, he always tried to shoot left, but he was called.
He was nice.
I thought he was
nice. He was nice. I got to give him that. Let's go to 08. You guys tell me, Hayes, you started off. Memories from the 08 season. It was magical for me. I mean, hell, you got to sit behind the Heisman winner. What was it like?
Yeah. No, man, that was crazy. Just like, I guess that was Sam's true freshman year when his first year starting. But I mostly just remember that stuff because obviously when Paul Thompson was the starting quarterback, so I was rooming with Sam the whole time. And so we just kind of developed a relationship then. And I was trying to get better too. And so every day after practice, when he was a true freshman, we would stay after and throw routes with Shannon. Equipment. He was equipment guy, right?
Yeah.
Shannon. Yeah. Just working our asses off, trying to get better, trying to get stronger. So that's kind of the stuff I remember is more the work put in as opposed to like the game situations. Obviously, I didn't play as much as these other 2 guys.
Well, let me know, Bowers. I mean, hey, even though you didn't, Hayes, we were deep back then, dog. And I mean, Bowers, I would say that's probably the best defense we've had in a while was that 07-08 defense. You guys just talk about the level of depth that you have in that season, Bowers.
Man, Lendy, we were deep. All I know is that we could have probably had 2 starting lineups easily with the depth that we had in the secondary, because obviously we're going to probably have 4 or 5 now, 5 or 6 DBs. But, I mean, we were loaded. All I know is, saying we had really good talent up and down the board, even from the walk-ons. And so that whole year I would say we were 2 or 3 deep. And but just we had, like, Lendy played corner and safety. I had played a little corner, but I was more of a safety. But we would rotate, and everybody was kind of interchangeable to a certain degree, which was really good because we had big frames like safeties. Again, a little different now what it is, but at the same time could still get down in the slot and still cover at a 205, sitting at 5'11", 6 foot. So there was a lot of people that could kind of be more diverse, but I don't know. You guys tell me this new, and we'll probably getting off track, but this new defense, that 3-3-5, the old 4-3 zone is a lot different.
Well, you can let us know. And you mentioned some of the athletes. Hell, Lendy came in a receiver. People forget that, man. And he was nice at receiver, dog.
Well, the funny thing about that is, so Lendy and I tore it up on scout team my freshman year. I was throwing. I'm telling you, man. We used to tear it up. We had Fred Strong over there too, man. He was tearing it up.
Fred, yes.
And QC was out there, so we had the receiver core out there. And then, but the funny thing about it is, I know these guys really well because my senior year I was also running scout team, and so I was going against them at that time. Yeah. And tearing their ass up them too.
Big work. I love it, Hays. Lendy, if you can, man, just talk about the depth and just talk about y'all's defense being interchangeable. That was one thing I loved about y'all, just what you remember.
One thing, it was just, for me, I was never getting the study or be at one position. Like Bret said, we was at corner, then safety. I know in 06 when I made that transition to corner, it was kind of a little awkward because I ain't played defense in a while since I came to OU in 04. Once I got settled, then the next season, hey, we need you at safety. I'm like, oh, goddamn.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, man.
Real.
I'm just getting comfortable.
Real.
But and this is Brent Venables. So, his defense was like this. BV's defense was not easy. It was very complex.
So I'm learning corner and safety at the same time. So, yeah, I'm probably getting chewed out the most. You are.
You are.
You come over here to play ball. Like, then I was a team player too. I didn't care. Just put me on the field. I just want to make plays, make the team better. So I never had a negative attitude about getting switched or anything. But man, we was too deep. It was like Bret, our 04 class was strong.
Y'all were nice.
Yeah, our 04 class was, I would say, JD, that 04 class was something real. But y'all was
remind me who all was in it?
AD.
Mark Cuddy, Marcus, Garrett Hartley, Fred, Lendy.
Rhett Bomar.
Rhett
So Rhett was my roommate. Roommate.
I remember that.
Yeah. So
that's a whole.
JD Reynolds, JD Reynolds corrected Rhett. JD Reynolds corrected Rhett. Rhett was cool.
Hey, we were just too strong. I think we might have the strongest class. I mean, y'all can correct me,
I wouldn't say that, but again,
who was
that class was strong, but GK and them are going to argue
JD Quinn.
That was a strong class.
Yeah, JD Quinn.
Not me. I didn't. I might.
No, it wasn't you. It's definitely JD Quinn.
Okay. I turned down Big Red. Yeah, I turned down Big Red. But hey, anyway. Oh shit. Okay.
Don't bring that up, man.
Funny Schmitty story.
Oh shit.
Funny Schmitty story.
That's too many, man.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I have a particular one, but I just remember actually I know one now, and it involves Bret Bomar.
I love it.
We were running up the stadiums, and we had already run, I think, 2, and Schmitty was like, look, if no one makes it, y'all got to do more. I mean, if someone misses their time, you got to do more. If you're the one that misses your time, you got to come back. So we're all going all out. I'm going up, and I have the inside lane of the of the stadium, and Bomar's edging in, and it's cutthroat at that point, and so he totally shoves me out of the way. and I trip and fall. Bomar makes it. I have to get my ass up and make it in time, or else I'm coming back. I mean, that was one of the things that I remember is like, when you're out there, it's kind of every man for himself.
Man,
but
real.
It forms those bonds, when you get on the field.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned I don't know if y'all were in there that day. We ran 4 trippers and Rhett was beating all of us as seniors, and fucking Dan tackled his ass on the left.
Yeah.
He came across the field.
He came through and tackled his ass. Yeah, that was amazing. Brett, funny Schmitty story. I know you got a million.
Well, Smitty and I, we had a love-hate relationship. It was great sometimes and it was bad sometimes. Like you never knew what it was with this guy. Like he was like, you thought you was doing bad when you was doing good and vice versa. But like, anyways, we were running. I was working out because I had to take the morning class or some class later, and I had to do the morning workout. I was like 8:30. I can't remember what group. I was with the DTs. So I'm a DB working out with a bunch of DTs, right? So if I don't finish first in every drill, I'm gonna have to keep running.
Yeah.
And it don't matter. There could be a dude running a 4 or 5. Well, shit, I run a 4 or 5. So how the hell am I gonna? All right, whatever. It is what it is.
And you got to lift the same.
Mm-hmm. 15 big dog.
I had to do
600 big dog.
Yeah. I was like, bro, come on, seriously, what?
Trying to get better, right?
It's like Jacob Gutierrez when he had to do the box jumps. He's got to do the tallest one.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, all right, so anyways, off track. So
right.
I'm running, and I'm with Corey Bennett, who was also in our class too. He was one of my roommates. Corey was fast for his size. He was probably playing about 275. Yeah. But I just remember him running down, what's it called, at A&M. That was ridiculous. But anyways, so I'm running against CB. So I have to beat CB every time. And so basically, I get in front of every damn drill, like the 4 trippers and stuff like that. And so basically, I'm in there. This dude, somebody's neck and neck with me. I can't remember who it was, but I had to run the first one faster than I wanted to. So then eventually, my hamstring just started getting real tight. And so I was like, damn, I don't know if I can finish. If I don't finish this, he's going to, whatever. He's
Start over.
Me out, come back at 5.
Yeah.
Right. So anyways, I think it was the 3rd one or 4th one. My hamstring got real tight. I ended up pulling it, but I had to keep going. So kind of hobbled. Corey's like, oh, shit, his hamstring. Schmitty heard him and was like, he doesn't have a hamstring. And they just looked back and were all serious, like, hey, come back at 5 o'clock. And I was like, God damn. So I just never really caught a break. And then sometimes you get good, you got pulled out. And rewarded you.
That's kind of what, Lendy, why you think on yours, and it was a legendary story of Mike Hawkins, who the corner from Carrollton, who came up and he said something like, Coach, I can't see. And they said, big dog, just run straight. You don't need to see, big dog, just run straight. We were running hundreds that day. So anyway, Lendy, let me know. Funny Schmitty story.
My whole freshman year was terrible because I never got up on time. And I was on Stairmaster, not 30 minutes, not an hour, 2 hours. Ooh. So I decided
backdoor that with the workout.
Yeah.
I decided one day, Smitty told me if I didn't wake up on time, you're going to do 3 hours. And you got to get it in before practice. You was there, Jay. You was there. It was 04. So I decided to tell Coach Stoops that, hey, man, I got a class. I can't come to practice. I don't know why. I'm trying to get out of it. I don't know why. So I told Stoops this. Then I got to get this 3 hours in before practice. So my ass ran into the locker room after film. Hurry up and got dressed. Ran on the field first, like, hey, I can't do it because I'm in practice. You ain't going to make me do it. Wrong.
Wrong.
I believe I missed that practice. I was on Stairmaster. Then after that, we had 4 trips. So I was dead that whole day. And the next day, I did 2 more hours.
Oh. Well, Lendy, it didn't start off on the right foot. You remember on your visit when they had you working out the sweats and everything?
Goddamn bungee. It's some K-Swiss.
What?
Great jogging pants. I remember that.
I remember that too.
Jersey on.
We was like, oh, he kind of, what's he doing working out? He on his visit. Damn.
Hey, what bad about it? I was so damn excited, like, oh yeah. He would just give me a test run just to how he gonna
do my
ass.
Were you? Because you came like in December early or something like that, and we were probably getting ready for the Big 12
Y'all was playing for
championship or something like
UCLA.
that. Or UCLA or something like that.
UCLA
early.
And, yeah, I came early.
Man, that's hilarious. Hayes, you got to let everybody know what you're doing these days.
I'm out in LA. I'm working in film. I do production, directing, not too much directing, but mostly acting. That's about it. Just working in the entertainment industry.
That's what's up. Bowers, what about you?
Personal training, doing a lot of strength conditioning. Kind of fell down Schmitty's route, right? But no, it works out. But no, it's good. Doing good here in Dallas, Texas. So,
Lendy, you mentioned what you were doing, so let's talk about your NFL experience. Let me know how everything went with you in Washington. What you thought of everything?
At first, it was a dream come true. You know, I made it. You know, I was very happy. I was the first in my family to ever come that far. Of course, being the first, you got to learn everything on your own. So you got to take that fall or bump head. But everything was good, man, until I started learning about the NFL, how players go behind your back, basically a dog-eat-dog world. You know, I thought that was like high school type of stuff, how these players was acting. Be friends with you, but at the same time, go right behind your back and just, you know, it's like you really couldn't trust nobody. Some you could. My experience wasn't bad. Some you could, but some is like you're sneaky, you know, do anything to stay on the team. But my first year was great, man. It's just, like I say, you're experiencing everything. Like, of course, I went out, lose some money, practice. I mean, I was doing what I love every day until that next season. Hey, man, you get that piece of paper like, hey, you don't have to cut you, you know, or, you know. Yeah. That's the, like, worst feelings. Like, shit, you just got served, you know.
Yeah.
Here come the numbers game again. Like, oh, shit. Okay, so what's the next step? Yeah, so.
That's real. Yeah.
But everything.
Hey, yeah, let's talk about the current team, man. I'm with you, dog. I got cut 4 times. So it is what it is. But, Hayes, let me know what you think on the current team.
Man, I don't know. You might want to go with one of the other guys first.
No, I want to hear from you, dog.
Well, to tell you the truth, like I'm not as educated as I used to be. Man, I want to say the first 5 years I was out, I kept
studying the shit out of it.
Oh man, yeah, I was up with all the recruiting. I made sure I knew the whole lineup, and then just slowly over time, I kind of just lost touch with keeping up with recruiting and everything. But you know, and as far as like the position goes, you always keep up with your own position, kind of naturally. So you know, I've been watching Baker and Kyler, and then Jalen, and then now I guess Spencer is the front runner, right?
Right.
So just looking forward to seeing what he can do, and hopefully we'll have him for a couple of years. You know, get something established.
Bowers, what you think? You a super fan, dog? You just watch the DBs? What you got?
I don't know. I mean, I still want to see the secondary. It's definitely not what Lendy and I had from 2004. She with Branndon and Dante and all that before that. I mean, it was ridiculous the year we came into, our true freshman year, we were stacked in the secondary. But it's just not the same caliber players. I think we look more like Tech. I think, you know, not just to discredit, you know, I just don't think we have a solid defensive foundation. We're not as balanced as we were when we played from 2004 to 2008, you know, and I think even JD before that, your guys' class, I mean, there was so much depth, but also balance across the board. Special teams was great. And so I think that's really where you see a lot of the, you know, I think with the new team is obviously the defense isn't as good. So it kind of brings us down. We have a powerful offense, which is great and it's fun to watch, but it's like, what's the knock on OU? They don't have a defense. So that's frustrating to see.
Yeah, man. I couldn't imagine. I didn't play defense in just one position in particular. I mean, we used to go up against linebackers all the time, dog, and it just looks like night and day. I mean, it looks like night and day out there. Lendy, let me know what you think. Current team.
Man, it just, you know, I enjoy it. Of course, you know, you root for your team, man. It's just defense once again. I mean, the secondary just need to get that dog in them like we had it. Of course, they're not us. It's a new breed, new time, but they got to get some dog. They got to get some heart, pride, or something. You know, that's what we played off of, pride. If we didn't have anything else, just pride. I'm not letting this dude beat me deep. I'm not letting this dude anything, man. Just pride. And it's like they give up.
I think a lot of that had to do with Schmitty too. You know, a lot of it because like he pushed us to the edge even further than we knew we could go, and then so that's when the game became cake.
Yeah.
When the shit's so difficult in January, February, March. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying we were mentally conditioned by far.
Yeah, it's all the mental stuff,
Bowl stories, funny bowl trips. Talk about it seemed like it was just a different time that we got. Start fucking laughing. Hays, you want to start with that?
Y'all talking about freshman year. We're out for the national championship.
Yeah, maybe.
Go ahead, Hays.
What do you got, JD?
Oh shit, we went to LA. We went to LA my freshman year, and shit, we was on the LA, and we only got like $400 per diem, so we went to the 18 to get in strip club. And thought we were big time throwing fucking ones at those girls. Shit, I remember I took a dip. That was Jacob Rice before we became roommates. His ass made me take a dip up in the hotel. About fucking it felt like. Obviously New Orleans was the stories are there on Bourbon Street. Let's leave them there. Miami was terrible because you judged it all off the game. And then you guys got to go to San Diego, man. San Diego was fun, dude. That was I had a lot of fun in San Diego. Obviously, I was 21, so you fuckers probably couldn't do much. But
our freshman year, so we went Miami, San Diego, Arizona.
Yeah.
Then Florida, back to Miami.
Then Florida, then Miami. Yeah.
So
we started in the Orange Bowl. We finished in the Orange Bowl.
Ooh, that's wild. That's interesting.
Both, though.
Interesting.
The craziest one was 2004 when USC.
Oh my God!
Tell the story, man.
Go ahead, let's hear it. Oh shit.
So I forgot who was out. I know it was me, Duke. I think Q, Fred.
Did y'all get sent home?
Yeah, use nicknames. Use nicknames.
No, we didn't get sent home. What happened was
they thought about it. They thought about it, but they kept it. We couldn't go to the game.
Yeah, that's it. But Chilco was with y'all too.
There was a lot of people with us. All I remember that Marcus Walker and AD had a chick up there or something. I don't know what went down. Set everybody off. So here comes Smitty, Scott, and looking for everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
We out in the damn club. So we get back. We get a phone call saying, hey, man, they done locked the whole hotel down. Nobody could get in. Y'all just might as well just give yourself up and just suffer. Hey, everybody gave up except me. I said, fuck this. I'm going to find a way in. Man, I stood out there about 30 to an hour. I stayed on the beach. I took a nap on the beach.
Because it was right by the beach. Oh my God. We were right by the beach, though.
Then I think Fred comments and say, man, come on, bro. Just go ahead and give up. No,
because Fred was with y'all too.
I'm not giving up. I'm like, fuck it. Here we go. Game day. Hey, you stay at the room. Me and Duke was in the room chilling, watching the game. That's like, damn, look at our celebrity. Look at Shaq down there. I'm like, fuck, I missed out. That was the funniest thing. Everybody was like, man, trying to figure a way to get in the room. Then all of a sudden, everybody gave up. My ass decided, hell no, I ain't giving up. After they say they done locked the damn hotel down, you can't get in nowhere. Just walk through the front and take your consequence. I'm like, hell no.
Oh man.
Hey, Bowers, you were with that crew too. I was still pretty goody at that point. So I was like, I'm not going out or anything. So I ended up going to the game, but I knew I wasn't going to play. Sure enough, we get blown out. And then I get all these texts from you guys, and see the pictures. Y'all were having a party in y'all's room, like a freaking pizza party, and we're out here getting blown out. It was so funny. Hey, y'all were having a good time.
Terrible. That is amazing. Well, shit, let's end it there, man. Hey, we got to do this shit more often, man. When next time y'all are in Norman, go ahead and stop by the crib, man. You know where I'm at. I shouldn't say that on the pod, but hey, you guys are family. Come on over. Anybody else come over here, they got an ass whooping waiting. Anyway,
Sounds good.
Shit.
Love you guys, man. What's up? You ain't been to Norman minute?
I ain't been in a while. Everything changed. Last time I've been there, I just seen new dorms. Like, I don't know what year was that. I'm like, shit, everything changed. Bobo's gone.
Yeah.
Gas station gone.
Yep.
Like,
My old house you used to park at, all that shit.
Yeah.
All y'all did.
That shit was.
I couldn't leave until Lendy AD still has a car parked over there.
Everybody parked
they probably just bulldozed the damn car whenever they bulldoze the house. But anyway, man, great time, man. We got to do this again. Like I said, next time you guys are in Norman, definitely got to link up. After all that Rona, you got to stay safe and distant and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
coughing on people. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're going to do another pod. I'm Branndon Braxton's trying to jump in now. But like I said, man, thank you guys. I'll definitely tell them you said what's up. And if you guys want to stick around, you feel free to join too.
That's
What's
Big
up,
Baby
Brax?
right there. That's the dude that can hoop now.
Why can't I see Brax?
Oh, yeah.
Why can't I take my screen down?
Man, tell Big Brax, Lendy, he can hoop, you right, but man, don't be photoshopping the videos, shooting threes on Facebook, man. Come on now,
Yeah,
dog.
I know, right?
Don't be photoshopping everything, man. I see you computer apps.
Hey, Ray, you know I got a wetter.
Yeah, you do, bro.
What, Brax, man?
Hey, B can hoop for his size, man.
Oh, I know he can.
Hey, look
I
at
know he
Hayes,
can.
Man.
What's up, Brax?
Big Brax, what you up to nowadays, man? Training everybody, coaching everybody?
I'm doing a little bit of both, bro. I'm training. You know, I still got my certain dudes I still train, but I'm coaching that Booker T up here in Tulsa.
Oh, shoot, you at a factory, brother. That's what's up. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, they can really they can learn a lot from you, man. Brax, hey, man, tell everybody what it was like coming from Ohio. Didn't you come in early? Or were you? He was the only one, wasn't you?
I was well, no, I came in like halfway to 2004, 2005 season. I came in. I think me, Remy, and CJ. I think we all came in at the same time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I did. That's right.
Yeah.
Man, that's wild. Any fun memories? I know you got a ton of them. That shit was hard when you first got there, wasn't it?
Bro, only thing I remember is that 550, bro.
Early Smitty workout.
Oh,
Only thing you always know, Brett, that 550 when it was stupid cold.
Too cold.
Walking from the locker room to the Everest.
Yeah.
Hey, Lendy and I pulled a couple like all-nighters, man. We were young and dumb.
Man.
Go into that workout, bro. Walk into that workout with no sleep, like a few times. And I'm like, damn, I don't know how we did this. I can't do this.
I don't know we did either.
No, well, because no one got hangovers back then.
yeah.
True.
Straight up.
You's a damn lie. I had one plenty. That's why I wear that shield that's why I wear a dark shield. In OC, I won't see shit.
Oh, hey, I got one for y'all since y'all just thought of one. Brax, you can start it off. Least favorite workout.
Least favorite workout?
Yep.
And pushing that sled on that
on that wet ass grass.
Pushing the sled like my.
What was y'all's worst experience in workout?
So bad.
What's the one thing you didn't want to do?
Man.
What's
I
that
didn't
one
want to
thing?
come back at 5. That's the worst
Yeah.
thing.
Ooh.
No, nobody wanted that.
Ooh.
So many things. Hurdles.
Yes.
I was okay.
Sand pit.
I was
I used
okay.
to sand pit. That was easy to me.
200s. I couldn't do 200s.
Well, that's a funny story. I remember I was the only person that made the 200. Everybody else had to come back at 5.
Oh, that's right. Because I remember we walked in, and that was because I was the group after y'all because we were skilled QBs and wide receivers, and we walked in, and Reggie looked at all of us and he goes, "Y'all aren't gonna make it.
Y'all ain't gonna make it."
Yeah.
Hey, when you hear that from somebody that's a sprinter, that's gonna hurt your feelings. That's gonna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas. What about
What's up?
what about the shin busters in the sand pit? Bro?
Oh my
That's my point. The
God.
plyometric shit, they had to go up. That shit, bro. Oh no, not the wire. You talking about the shin busters over and back?
Yeah.
Bro, those
Or
hurt.
the wire.
Those little metal ones. The wire
wire
was
the
terrible.
wire, you had to jump and just got taller and taller and taller.
See, that's
Yeah, I fell a
ridiculous.
couple of times in that.
You couldn't
that
pause
wire.
on the jump, bro.
Smitty?
I just hate pushing the sled and pulling it.
No, pulling the sled up that bitch it hurt.
Nah, see, my body wasn't made to pull anything.
When he
Hey, look. And what weight did he have on there, JD? Everybody had the same weight.
At least over 300 pounds.
Four
At least.
plates. Easy.
4 plates. And you think
at least
weighs 150 pounds heavier than me? Look, bro.
Nah.
He did some unorthodox, if I'll say that.
Fam, that and y'all got there because we had just lost the natty too. So, and he added, I'm pretty sure he just added the weight pants and weight vest that year. Am I right?
I was in there with you.
With the 300.
Me and MC
Them was
doing that
terrible, fam. Them was terrible.
All I know is we didn't make a workout. Ebas and Reggie, we were running 400s, and Reggie didn't make it. And all I know is we had to come back on Saturday. And we had
on
to
Saturday.
run I think we had to run 300s or something like that time with a minute and a half. And all I know is nobody made their times. We just had to keep coming back. I think I ran like every
I remember
two
I
of
caught
that
JD a couple of times pulling out the weight, the little weight ass.
Throwing those weights in the ground.
Everybody throwing some in a little
I looked at JD, I like, shit, I'm gonna do it too.
Hell yeah. You better save yourself and throw them where you can't find them.
Hey,
Yeah.
Scott looked at me like, put them back in. Like,
Oh man.
I gotta look at the vets, man. Whatever the vets did, I try to do. I see JD pulling up pants, shit, I'm gonna do it
gotta
too.
follow the leader, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You learn those crafty vet moves.
Oh man. Just like, leaning on people. There's certain you gotta lean on people while you're giving your water. You know what I mean? You can't just be bending over, that whole deal. Big Brax, talk to everybody, man. And when's the last time you talked to everybody? We gotta link up a little bit more than this, but have you talked to Lendy and them? Is this the first time seeing them since a while? What?
Man, it's my first time seeing Lendy and I be seeing Hays on the modeling commercials though. I talk to Lendy and I talk to Lendy from time to time on Facebook, and then I got a group chat with Bret, so I speak to him often.
That's what's up.
We need to talk more often, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Hey, what part of LA you in, Hays?
I'm in the Hollywood area.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I've been in San
coming
Diego
through.
and
Good area though.
Yeah. Let me know.
I just need me a D-list chick. You know what I'm saying? She ain't even gotta be like mainstream and shit. She could just fucking be like, hey, she could be with you in the Viagra commercial. Whichever one, dog. I don't care. Let me know.
Pregnancy test. Come on, man.
They go together.
Man.
Yeah. I get all the side effects mixed up.
Yeah.
My bad, bro. I didn't know it. Fred told me about it.
Yeah.
Fred be hitting that group up. He sent it to the group.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's too much. Brax, what's your baby's name?
Man, I got 3. I got my daughter name is Bailey. She 13.
We're bad.
I got little Branndon. He just turned 4, and then I got Boston. He's my youngest one. He's 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, real quick before everybody leaves. Okay, last thing, because y'all are all from different places that play amazing football. Ohio, Florida, Austin, Dallas. Is the football the same where you guys are from? You go back to high school games. Hays, it's the same in Austin. It's not. What's different?
I haven't seen a high school game in 10 years.
Bowers, what's different?
So we had a gang of running backs. We ran a wing T when the wing T was in a pro I. That's what we ran. And so we didn't really have the spread. We ran a little bit of the spread, so it was an adjustment. But at the same time, now everything's spread out. Everybody's running RPO.
Texas football has been taken over by the spread.
Yeah. Retarded.
You're not a fan, Lendy?
I don't see nobody go both sides of the ball.
Oh yeah, that's right too.
Because
no one plays 2 sports anymore.
Nobody
does.
That doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would you not allow people to play multiple sports?
Crazy. Man.
Well, that's a couple
in
their heads that don't do it. Ruin your career and stuff. Man, we got a couple of cats here in Dallas that still do football, basketball, and track, but they be limiting them.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I don't see nobody going both sides. Like, they got everything now. They YouTube the shit up. So, they had one position trying to, break records now. So,
Yeah, I couldn't imagine some of y'all's because
they're
y'all
also worried about social media. They're also worried about like, and I get you got to promote yourself and it's free advertisement, but people kind of like getting too narcissistic with it, like all about me, where it's making it kind of divided with the team. Nobody's really kind of playing as a team. And that's what I kind of see now. Everybody really kind of only cares about themselves.
We had rivals.
No matter, man.
Nobody got rivals no more. It's
yeah.
Twitter, what's that? Hulu and all this. Well, I don't even know what it is.
Right, bro.
Put your own
communication.
getting real more.
Hey, Brax, I got a random question for you. I'm gonna let you brag on yourself. Where'd you get offered in basketball out of high school?
Man, I got small offers like to the schools like around the crib, like around Ohio.
Hey, but that's good though. Ohio plays no games.
it was just man, once everybody seen like the big time offers that I was getting for football, they kind of bagged back, you know. And then once I realized that I wasn't tall enough to be no big in basketball, you know, I just geared towards football, man.
Speaking of Ohio basketball, did you catch your boy from Dayton any of this year?
Nah. Oh yeah. The tall light skinned cat.
Too ridiculous.
Yeah,
too ridiculous. I saw your boy go down on a fast break, go between his legs, and damn near windmill. I'm like, man, that's ridiculous.
I caught a little bit of that. I was kind of hot, man. They canceled the March Madness and stuff, but
oh yeah, absolutely. Y'all, we gonna have football season?
Man, I hope, man.
I hope so. I don't know what I'm gonna do without football.
So what are they saying in LA? They're saying in California they're thinking about not playing sports up until the new year. That's what I heard, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're locked down until at least May 15th.
That's crazy.
Wow. That's wild. Well, hell, man, this has been an amazing podcast, brothers.
Yeah.
Let's do this shit again. Let's go ahead and plan on it before this summertime comes. Let's all go ahead and link up. You guys stay safe. Braxton Kid's a beautiful man. Great to catch up with you, brother. Yes, no doubt.
Holler at me, man. Hey, good. Hey, keep doing what you're doing too, man. I'll be watching you. I'll be keeping up with you, bro.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll do.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
In the backyard, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, I tell everybody what that 30 seconds of work. But Bowers, that 30 seconds of work that I post, that's fucking all I did. Okay.
Right.
After, you don't see the after.
Yeah, it's just start and stop. I gotta fucking edit. It just cuts it to where I didn't push the button. But that's 30 seconds and I'm out, fam. So you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty real. Hey man.
You be killing that ladder too, bro.
I'm trying. Yeah. We got a little something. Hey, y'all know how it is. You touch that ladder once, big dog. You start back over.
Got to start over.
Touch that motherfucker twice. Come back at 3, big dog.
Yeah.
Big dog, you're not ready.
It's
like,
ingrained.
No. Yeah, we just did. Yeah, we did backwards fucking cowboy. And what was it? We're doing backwards reverse one leg jumps. Your ass don't touch it twice. High hurdle jumps, 5 frog leaps. You touch one cleat. That shit back, big dog.
Hey.
Come on back.
Yeah,
hey, JD, you still do the board work you still do the gym and stuff like you was doing?
I don't. I appreciate that. Man, I don't. I want to move back to college level, but there's some rules with working with recruits where I gotta wait. So I was working with a bunch of recruits there. And doing a great job up there, man. You in the talent rich part of Oklahoma too. So we got.
I'm trying to work my way up. I'm trying to get to the collegiate level too, man. You know, I'm just taking my time, man. And, pulling everything I can pull from everybody I run into. You know. So.
I'm sure Bowers will tell you, man. That CSCS is becoming a pretty popular test and almost damn near an entryway into strength coaching, which is in turn an entryway. What do you think, Bowers, into position coaching? It's that the strength coaching test.
So it's a lot of like national academies. There's not a lot of credibility. The CSCS is like probably the most prestigious, where all the schools kind
of. Is that higher than NASM?
Yeah, it's higher than NASM. CSCS is, yeah. And so CSCS is hard too. There's a lot of anatomy. There's a lot. It's again. Not saying you're a doctor, but they want you to understand a lot of the human physiology.
Yeah.
That's the cert? Y'all talking about the cert?
Yeah, it's a certification.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
CSCS is hard, but they want collegiate strength conditioning coaches want you CSCS. So, and to kind of get into that field and stay in that field. I actually had the opportunity to go out somewhere FIU, but I didn't want to go the strength conditioning route. I wanted to go the coaching route, and it was just different. So I was kind of like, I just didn't really want to kind of go that route. But anyways, yeah, it's
Man, I need some videos with those workouts you sent me.
I got the videos. I'm gonna upload them. I'm gonna upload the workouts. I want y'all to try the workouts out. By the way,
Yeah,
I'm an extrovert. I don't like to be behind the camera. I get nervous behind
now
the
it's just
camera.
night
I'm
before.
starting to film and be more proactive. But you all try the workouts. I guarantee you they're not easy. All right, so
Brett, we need to talk after this. I'll give you some production value.
Yeah.
I want you to try it. I really want you to try it. Give me true constructive criticism. But I know my classes are pretty tough, bro. The hit classes, I'm saying a lot of women doing hit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We had
I like watching the women do hit.
Yeah. Brett, I just
I'm
be
just kidding.
looking
I
at
shouldn't say
him. I
that.
just look at him like this, Brett. I don't even try. I was like, man.
Hey, look, I be sending Bragg's workouts for him. Hey, how hard are they, bro? How hard are they?
Bro, I just like to see some demonstrations. That's all I'm saying.
You got to FaceTime me. I can show you the exercises. If you don't know them, you can't Google everything.
All right,
yeah. All right. Y'all getting plugged in.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta let JD go. But
no. I was just gonna say, as the fans can't see this, just like we were in the we're in the dorms and in the locker room, like yesterday. Go ahead, Hays.
Oh, I was just gonna say, we need to do this again.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm down.
Hey, Hays, when I come out there, I'm gonna hit you up, bro.
Yeah, let me know, man.
Hey, yes.
I'll be mad if you don't.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
Yeah, especially you come to Dallas, bro. If you're gonna make your way back to Texas, let me know where you're gonna stay.
I tried to make it back this year for OU Texas, but I couldn't make it. But I'm gonna try and get back this next year.
It's always fun, bro. It's a turn of OU Texas and Dallas. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Hey, and Lendy,
D stands
Lendy, next
No
time
reason I never come either.
Hey, Lendy, next time I come to Dallas, you gotta meet me at Rudy's, dog.
Hey man, I ain't ate that since 09.
Hey, I didn't ate it about 10 times since 09.
I forgot I brought y'all down here and got that Rudies, but I had y'all hooked, especially Fred, boy.
Oh yeah.
Bring me some fries back, man.
Oh man, that boy said bring me some fries back. Damn.
With the pickles on the fries, dog.
So Fred, hey, short story, Hays. So Hays, I would say Hays knows this, but Fred was my roommate in college.
Yeah, JD, Fred and I went to high school together.
Okay, I remember that now. Okay.
Yeah. So we were all kind of real close, all of us freshman year, and then obviously after we all left ball, I haven't talked to Hays in 8-9 years, maybe.
It's been a while, man.
Yeah, I ain't seen Hays in the crib.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you guys.
Absolutely,
You too,
man.
I seen Hays with that flannel on
Fred
the
is
commercial.
flag.
I was dying laughing.
I be seeing Lendy a flag all the time, so I be seeing Lendy all the time. Lendy's crazy. And
That's
Brad,
good.
we got a good message, so we always talking. So at least we got to start communicating more, though. You're right.
Yeah,
man. We
For sure.
too far fetched. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, shit, man. I'm gonna have Keenan Clayton and I think Q Chaney on a little bit later, so I'll definitely tell everybody y'all said what's up.
yeah.
Man, I'm logging in that one too, man. Them
All right, for
bums.
sure. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, we're
For sure. I'll send it to all y'all. Shit, we'll do it again.
all right.
All
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, JD.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, welcome into Fullback U, and I got my younger brother Q Chaney in, and just had Branndon Braxton. And Q, he's at your high school Booker T, man. But first of all, you just gotta let everybody know how you doing now. Quentin Chaney, how you feeling?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Enjoying, Arizona now. Been out here for about 2 years, 3 years. Man, I don't even know how long I've been out here. I think I've been out here for about 2 years now, actually. Yeah, been out here
We've been celebrating 2 at 420 too much today, family. Don't worry about it. We get down. Now, tell everybody what you're doing out there now, man.
Man, so I'm working in logistics as a area manager for Chewy. So working in e-commerce warehouse right now. So, of course, the company is deemed essential. So still having to go to work every single day. But doing that, currently still work with Reggie Smith. So
Nice.
Reggie, me and Reggie working for the same company. So he's out here as well. But yeah, man, really, really enjoying it, man. Enjoying it.
You got to be enjoying that beautiful addition to your family. Let me know about that.
Oh, yeah, man. My daughter, she's a handful, to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, over there on the couch hanging out. But, yeah, man, I love it, man. I can tell you right now, it's never a dull moment, to say the least. I know I wasn't like this as a kid, but I know as an adult, she's getting a lot of my mannerisms, and I don't think I like that too much right now.
I get it. Did you ever think after them Fiesta Bowls or being out in Zona that you'd be living out there?
Yes and no. So the first year when we came out, and played it was Boise.
Boise.
Right. Like, I loved it, man. Love the weather, love the atmosphere. Allergies weren't bad. Came back the next year, we played West Virginia. I was like, okay, Arizona is a place I could actually see myself living at some point in time. How was I going to get here? I had no clue whatsoever. Through the grace of God, he kind of felt where things were good, where I really enjoyed things in college. And so somehow ended up here, man, and really, really enjoying it.
That's what's up. Let everybody know it's an OU podcast. Let everybody know how you got to OU, man. You had a great team in high school. You and Meacham were freaking incredible. Just let everybody know why OU.
Man, to be honest, so I started getting recruited by OU actually for playing basketball. Coach Wyatt was recruiting, not Coach Wyatt, I'm sorry, Coach Ship. That was his one of his recruiting grounds. So he was actually recruiting Robert Meacham, Mark Brown, and a couple other guys that was a year ahead of me. And then, of course, a few years prior to that, Mark Anderson and Mike Wilson came out. So Mike, of course, had he not went to go play MLB, I think he would have been coming to OU to play in that secondary with Roy during that time. And then Mark Anderson ended up going to play at Alabama. So just kind of being behind those guys, picking their brains, working hard, working with them on the daily, just kind of opened up opportunities for me with coaches seeing me on field with them, and was offered a scholarship. Honestly, truly, it came down to OU or USC. And I know, right, the way things played out the following year, right? So,
damn, didn't think of that.
Yeah, I considered USC, but I'm my mom's only boy. I'm my only child. So I was like, I love family. My closest family at the time was living in Oakland, which was a little ways away from, the USC area. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to stay home, allow my parents to be able to watch me play, friends and family. And ultimately, I think by looking back on things, that was definitely the best decision that I made.
I want to get back to that decision, but I want to tell some people first. I mean, just a few names you mentioned. First of all, Mark Anderson, I call Marlo. I talk to him all the time. We were teammates. We were rookies together at the Bears. Yep. I tell everybody Mike Wilson was easily the best football player I ever played against. It's no disrespect to anybody. I mean, the dude was just in high school phenomenal. I tell a lot of people don't understand, and we may have had this conversation. I mean, I think that Robert Meacham would have been an all-time NBA great had he just stuck with basketball.
He had every bit of that potential, very much so. No lie, he really did, man.
In junior high, it was like he walked on water, dude. When he played basketball, I mean, just right, left, shoot, score. You name it. Getting back to basketball, because that had to be a tough decision for you. Did you get offered by Kansas by chance in basketball?
So I didn't get a full scholarship offer from Kansas. What had actually happened was, so a lot of the schools that I was getting recruited by, including Kansas, of course, I was playing football and basketball forever. And that was one thing that I kind of even asked Coach Self at the time, even asked Coach Stoops, Coach Kiffin, who was my recruiting coach for USC, and some of the other coaches, coordinators, if I would have the opportunity to be able to go out with the basketball team during the spring. I told them I still want to be able to do two sports just because it's something I love to do. Basketball was my first love. So they all said yes. Coach Self was like, definitely if you get the opportunity, we would love to have you, come out for the basketball team. But after weighing my options, OU had the better football opportunity and also still had a pretty good basketball team. So I was like, all right, I'll take my chances there. But the luck of the draw wasn't in my favor. Ended up having to have my shoulder scoped my redshirt freshman year, which kind of prohibited me from even going out for the basketball team. So at that point, that's kind of when I gave up the love for actually playing basketball.
I get it. Talk about the receiver room when you got there. I know it had to be just too much in there.
Man. Well, most of the personalities, to say the least. Of course, we had Brandon Jones, Mark Clayton, Travis Wilson, Juwan Rankins, Will Peoples, Mark Bradley, And then, of course, the 3 freshmen that came in, me, Lendy Holmes, and Fred.
Check
Strong.
Fred.
Yep. Of course, we had the wide receiver guru, David Robinson, was also there. Tristan Ross.
Yeah.
Thompson. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tristan was in there also. It was a very character-driven, I guess, wide receiver room, to say the least. So it was challenging to kind of get a feel for what we needed to do as freshmen, and also try to piggyback off of some of the veterans, which was a little difficult because they were already tenured. They already knew it and understood everything. They knew how each one of them were as far as their personalities. So the 3 of us was all, me, Lendy, and Fred were completely different, but we meshed very well. So just trying to find the best way to mix in and blend into the wide receiver room and not be the immature kids that we were kind of being, I guess, once we kind of first stepped on campus, to say.
That's real.
It was definitely fun, man.
Talk to me some about your most memorable games. You had I thought we should have gave you the ball more against WVU, man. I thought you was about to get in the zone. It just kind of snowballed on us. But just talk about some of your memorable games.
Man. So this was a game I didn't play a lot, but definitely I'm sure you remember this game. It was the Holiday Bowl when we played Oregon.
Definitely.
That game was something that I took a lot from that game. Just the atmosphere, the way that you all as upperclassmen approached that game, and also you catching that pass.
Appreciate you, bro.
That was something, just I was like, this is something that I know is really, really special, just because we lost a lot of seniors that prior year. So everybody looked at us, hey, we got a lot of underclassmen. You guys are going to be very well, and still being able to go to the bowl game, man, for me was spectacular. It was something that I really enjoyed. I took a lot from that. So that was one game I definitely recall. Of course, both of the Fiesta Bowls here in Arizona, where I had the opportunity to kind of be able to get some playing time and shine and be able to step up. So I really, really enjoyed that. And the most memorable one for sure was, I believe it was my senior season when we played Texas Tech at home. I believe it was senior. I think they were ranked. They were ranked pretty high. Yeah, 1 or 2. They had Crabtree and I can't think.
Graham Harrell.
Yeah, Graham Harrell, and of course they had all the talk of the town about coming in, beating us on senior night. That game was probably one of the most memorable games, just due to when they played jump around.
Crazy.
Out of my, 5 years of actually being a student athlete, the 2 years of being recruited, and my umpteen years of just being out of school and going back, I have never seen a stadium that loud since I've been to an OU game by far.
That's real. Talk to me, Q. While I got you, you got to get a funny Smitty story, dog. You're a funny guy. I mean, you got to let me know. You got to let me know something. When you think about least favorite workout, something.
Least favorite workout, I'm sure everyone can attest to this, was ramps.
Oh, man.
Or for me, it's just my burden was Mount Schmidt. I just couldn't figure out how to get up and down in time. Okay.
That clock be on crack, dog. I mean, where is time going?
It was bad, man. It was bad. I do recall one workout, and it was like, I think it was in my freshman or sophomore year. Still getting acclimated to everything. We're doing 4 trippers in the indoor, and we have one more 4 tripper left. Of course, I get across the line, and I'm like, I'm not gonna make it. So I'm sitting there, like, shit, come on, y'all, help me out. And all of a sudden, I feel, the dizziness come on. You get the dizzy spell and all that. And all of a sudden, I close my eyes. I'm like, shit, I can't see. And all of a sudden, I heard Smitty, open your fucking eyes, big dog. Of course. But like at that point, I was like,
oh, man.
All right. That was there. That's definitely one story. Another one, of course, I'm sure everyone has had this interaction with Smitty where you kind of go in, workouts didn't go in your favor. come back later. You come back, you do the workout, and then he having that conversation with you. He asks you those questions, and one question he was like, "So, tell me, like, what are we gonna do, big dog?" I was like, "Sweetie, listen, I'm not. So, are we gonna talk or we're gonna listen?" And I looked at him like, "Hold on, you just asked me a question to answer. I started answering. Now you asked me if I'm talking." I said, "Sweetie, you asked a question. I don't know how to answer."
Yeah.
You don't need to answer, big dog. If you wasn't here in the first place, we wouldn't have to ask questions. Okay, you're right. But we're here, so like, what? That's it, big dog. Let's get it done. And then that was
it. Wow. Goodness. And I know the whole time your heart's just beat, boop, boop.
Yeah,
You're like, oh my God. He's gonna make Stairmaster. Please don't Stairmaster. But hey, speaking of coaches, let me know what we used to call him, Little Darryl, but let me know what Coach Wyatt's like, what the effect he had on your career. And then I think you guys got to move to Sumlin too, didn't you?
Yeah.
After I left.
I had 3 wide receiver coaches.
Norvell too, I would imagine.
Norvell, yeah. So Coach Wyatt was more of the militant coach. Was very, very stern, and wanted us to kind of grasp things and really mature really, really fast and really understand what he was giving to us. For me, I'm still to this day, I'm always a fun person. I try to have fun in everything I do, but I know when I have to be serious, there's times to be serious. And I don't think that my ability to kind of turn on and off my switch at times was very appeasing to Coach Wyatt. So that kind of was a knock. And not to rub, alcohol in the wound, but considering I think it was the banquet we had we invitated the coaches. Yeah, see, you got the look. I don't want to go into any more details, but the ones that know, that was
yes, that was great. Epic.
All I know is, listen, he asked me why later. I told him exactly why he didn't appreciate my answer. And I can tell you what the answer was. He said, "So why would you do that with, such and such here and there?" My whole deal was, Coach Stu said, whoever wins does not have to run. We're competing, right, Coach? So therefore, I was competing to win. I did not want to run.
Dog eat dog. You got to go.
Running.
You got to suffer. Anyway, no.
I felt like we won that year, but unfortunately, that was a big loss for me in the long run.
Oh, that's tragic. What was Sumlin Norvell like?
Sumlin was laid back, so completely opposite of Coach Wyatt, but also Sumlin knew how to get the best out of you as well. He knew what buttons to push, he knew how to push them, and he knew when to push them.
Real.
He was very understanding of each individual strengths and weaknesses, and he was very good at making you kind of hone in on those and making those better.
Yeah.
And Coach Sumlin was very laid back, very easygoing, and Coach Norvell was similar to Sumlin, but he was very hands-on and very active.
Yeah.
So I had a militant coach, I had a very laid back, know how to push your buttons to get you going coach, and I also had a coach that knew how to motivate you, but would always get hands-on, and if you needed some coaching, some points, he would try to do his best to physically show you so that you can actually do it.
Gotcha.
So with all 3 of those different styles, man, it really helped me be able to develop into not just a better athlete, but also as a better man and a better individual.
That's real.
It take a piece from all of their coaching styles and their way in which they communicate and tie that to anything that I'm doing currently in life, my job, friends, relationships, whatever. And it really has significantly helped me just up until this point in my life.
That's real. Man, last question. It's been a great pod. I appreciate you, brother. But are you still a Sooner fanatic out there? Do we need to move to the Pac-12? What you got going?
Man, so out here, there is Sooner fans here. Okay, they actually have a little Sooner bar that people kind of go to on Saturdays on game days and stuff like that. So there are fans out here, but I think at this point in time in the juncture of where the OU Sooners are, it is time significantly to make a jump in confidence. Just to ensure that we have what we need to compete on all levels, from top to bottom.
Agree.
From the front 7 to the back 5 or back 4, whatever, however you want to look at it, right?
Yeah.
You want to make sure that we can compete. And I see that a lot of those schools that are getting those recruits that we somewhat miss out on, possibly, it's because they're looking, okay, well, they're in this conference. They are getting over the hump. We, for somehow, even while we were there, we get to the hump, we get to the mountaintop, and we just never cross over.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Of course, I put everything on the shoulders of the players because we're the ones on the field. We're the ones that have to execute. But I also see that the communication and coaching, sometimes, like everyone say, your coaches can put you in position to be successful, but it's also ultimately up to the individual to make sure that you become successful.
Absolutely. Well, Natty's meant something, man. And I mean, not that losing meant shit, but I mean, to be one of the top 2 teams and make it, that's the other thing, man, is there wasn't no playoff when we was there. Shit, you had to be one of the top 2 teams to play for that at all. And I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. And I'm with you on the long-term security, especially, you know, that stuff matters, man. When kids look at playing on TV, when they look at playing at huge venues, last thing, Booker T. Do you see that as we haven't done well in Tulsa, Q?
Yeah.
We've lost. Do we still have that grasp in Tulsa? What do we have to do to keep it? What do you think?
So I can say with the nature of how different people that I know personally are getting into specific coaching positions, I know where the miss and the gap was, and that was actually the teaching and the understanding of the game. Certain coaches in Tulsa get in positions just to say that they're there or they at their school or things of that nature, but what is the significant impact of your entire team, not just 2 or 3 individuals? And I think now it's a lot of the people that are kind of getting into these positions, these coaching positions. For example, Branndon Braxton. I know a couple of really good friends, Darnell and Dwayne Whitaker. They coach at Owasso. They're at different schools now. Like those individuals, and also I know Dominique Franks now is getting into coaches.
Yes, sir.
We have people that have been at the top, that's played at the highest level, that's played Division I sports, that's also worked with NFL athletes, that maybe even continue to work with NFL athletes. That draws your attention from the younger athletes to say, hey, well, this person has done this. You can check his stats, check his resume. Mm-hmm. He's done things that you guys wish and hope you can do. But you got to listen and follow in the direction in which they're going to give you. Only way that you can get to that next level. So I think now with just a lot of the movements of kids going to different schools, there's not just one cornerstone school that you can pull. The talent is being so dispersed that it's hard to say, okay, well, all the talent is here, like you say. All the talent
at Owasso, at Broken Arrow. Yep.
All the talent is at Jinx, or all the talent is at Union. Now you got talent at Broken Arrow.
Bixby.
You got talent on the small schools down in Kellyville.
Yeah.
You got talent that's even
Muskogee.
Muskogee, yep. I mean, seriously, you have these schools that really historically have never been there as far as their recruits and the consistency of putting out student athletes. Now you see there's a multiple of schools that are dropping 1 to 2 to 3 athletes that are going Division I, Division II. It's not just, oh, they're all coming from Booker T, or they're all coming from Union, or they're all coming from Jinx or Owasso. So now you have to actually go and recruit in multiple schools, but you still haven't found that one dominant school that is consistently putting out the talent.
Man, that's what Booker T. It's hard to for people to imagine. But dude, when y'all was there, top three player in the state every year, if not two.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Two. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question because I'm sure that some people have asked this. Okay, do you still have the tape of when we played you and you hit me? I'm just gonna put it out there.
I got lucky, Q. I got lucky. Your quarterback sold you out. That's all I'm gonna say. And I appreciate you because that shit was scholarship central. They wasn't recruiting my ass until they said, "Man, you can hit Q and you can hit Robbie." But
hey, look, man,
we was on a mission that day.
Hey, and I 100%. I don't know if many people know this, but that game made me really say, "Okay, can I actually play football at the next level?" Due to the fact, yes, excuse my language, you popped the shit out of me, okay? But the fact that I was wanting and willing to go back into the game and finish. I knew I had something else inside of me that I was like, okay, shit, I can do this consistently on a higher level.
You finished and my teammate didn't.
Yeah, and I have another story. So you might not know this, and I'm sure Robbie may not want me to tell this story. So you know when he caught that jet sweep and you met him on the sideline, right?
Yep.
Did you ever know that when you hit him, you broke his shield and you busted his lip?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Just so you know.
All I know, man, is just Coach Rose. It was a move that was years ahead because I wasn't really a safety, you know.
Hell
but
no,
I just had a little bit.
The year prior, I remember.
I mean, so yeah, it was more just a linebacker. And I'll just say this, and I don't want to bring up. If you guys were in the spread, we lose by 30.
Hey man, listen. You got to realize what we were trying to do at that point, right? We were trying to run the ball with Mike Wilson. Okay,
yeah.
He's 6'3", 240, running a 4.4 and 4.3.
He was a beast.
I don't think there was much more that they really wanted to do. The quarterback at the time, Rico, he was just kind of
good player.
He was a little struggling because he was under pressure. He was having to get the ball out of his hand, so he never was able to get comfortable in that pocket. That was one thing that hurt us a lot. And the fact that we were trying to play offense against you on defense because we was like, where is JD? He's not a defensive end. Where is he at? He's walking around the damn field finding where the ball is. He has no assignments.
Nothing.
There was no true offense that we had set for that because there's no blocking scheme when you got somebody that's literally roving.
Yeah.
How do you assign someone to go and get that person? You can't, because if he comes down in the box all of a sudden, there's not enough time to make the adjustments because you wasn't there. You're sitting back high at a too deep safety, and all of a sudden you roll down. Like it was wild. Our offense wasn't predicated to be able to offset what Coach Rose and you all were doing on defense.
Yeah. Well, you a soldier, dog, and you played with some incredible players, man. And still the game you bring up, man, it gives me goosebumps because we should not have won 4 state championships in a row because the field goal that was blocked, that was a crazy game. Totally that was the craziest game I've ever been a part of. I try to tell people about it, but it's just because the ball goes forward.
Yep.
You know, I didn't think we blocked the shit. Then I hear everybody going crazy, and then I see our guy catching on the one, and then I'm going crazy. But then I'm like, damn, we got to do a quarterback sneak or something.
Yep.
And y'all had a huge D line.
Oh yeah,
that was terrible.
Got out the end zone. Yeah, that was rough, man. And that was my freshman year. Like there was only
y'all
2 freshmen on varsity.
Y'all were so good. You and Robert Meacham.
I was one, and then my friend Adrian Bradley.
Or he was a sophomore. Yeah.
Yeah. Robert was a sophomore. I was an actual freshman in high school, and I got to play. I basically came up to varsity in the playoffs just for the playoffs.
Man, we could do this shit all day, man. Hey, we got to join back the pod. You got to get back on the one with everybody else, man. But they definitely told me to tell you much love. They had a bunch of bowl stories and shit. Lendy was talking about how he had to watch the national championship from the hotel because he missed curfew and shit.
All right, I ain't gonna lie. That was me. I corralled everybody. I caught everybody. I coerced the whole thing. But I had a plan. My plan was going to work when we got back. But we had a couple people that didn't want to follow by the route.
Yeah, it happens, man. Hey, you know, bowl trips is where you mature quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, to say the least, I can tell you this much. I was at halftime. I was pretty glad to be in the hotel.
No joke. Damn. Hey, I believe it though.
With them coats on, they was out there looking pretty cold on that sideline. I was like,
hey, I believe it. Man, it was terrible.
I always wanted to be on that sideline, but yeah, halftime. It
was terrible.
Not a bad feeling right here.
Not bad at all. My brother Q Chaney, man, take it easy out there in Arizona, man. Tell the family I said what's up.
All right, man, we'll do. Take it easy.
All love, bro.
All right.